Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and Happy New Year. Today we're going to start off with Illidan Stormage versus Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze from the comics, not the movies, from the comics. Because I realized if I did movie Ghost Rider, it would be absolute slaughterfest, and you're going to see why. So we're going to give everybody the max level scaling here, all right? We're not going to go into the Outerversal category because that'll be like, that's a little too much right now. But let's really begin here. Ghost Rider easily is one of the toughest, if not one of the most dangerous beings in the Marvel Universe. And Johnny Blaze is the GOAT of Ghost Riders, okay? He is the Chad, the Giga Chad, if you will, okay? So Ghost Rider is incredibly strong. Actually is able to hold his own against a, what's the word I'm looking for? I think the word I'm looking for is a King Thor, right? He's able to hold his own against King Thor and is actually able to go toe-to-toe with characters like Man-Thing, even being able to beat the likes of Man-Thing and overload him. So again, he's incredibly strong and incredibly durable as well, being able to regenerate from anything that pretty much comes his way. But let's really talk about the scaling here, right? Thor is capable of shattering the armor of Celestials and actually is able to beat down Gladiator. The same Gladiator that was actually able to go toe-to-toe with a magically amped and a magically induced Galactus here. This Galactus was so powerful that the Living Tribunal was even scared of him. So again, this Ghost Rider is, he's no joke. Okay, he is literally, He was no pushover. He's also above Cosmic Ghost Rider, who's ripped off dead Celestials, and his magical power was actually able to overload Man-Thing, who is capable of not only being able to take over the entire planet, but hear me out, but he was able to destroy, he was able to pretty much burn a Cosmic Ghost Rider out of a Celestial. So again, I don't think it's, I don't think it's unfair to even say here that Cosmic Ghost Rider is pretty much below the regular Ghost Rider here, and these other magical characters are. So basically, these, I would definitely say these characters are just, these guys are just ridiculously powerful, and Ghost Rider scales above them. Now, let's talk about the versatility. Ghost Rider possesses Hellfire manipulation to the point where he can actually burn World War Hulk and actually has been able to knock out Savage Hulk with his Hellfire. His Hellfire has also been able to burn characters like what's his name, Doctor Strange, okay, which is actually pretty impressive. And his Hellfire has actually been able to burn other Spirits of Vengeances as well. Even when he's above other Ghost Riders, he should also be above the likes of actually, I can actually say this. He's actually been able to burn Mephisto with his Hellfire because that's actually happened. So this will put him above the Avengers that were massively amped, by the way, and were fighting against dead Celestials. This is impressive due to the sheer fact that these, not dead Celestials, dark Celestials. These dark Celestials are actually so powerful, right? These guys are so powerful that they were able to kill regular Celestials. So again, these guys are no joke. Now, in terms of other hacks, he has regeneration. I think far better than the likes of Wolverine and the Hulk, mind you, because he's actually able to regenerate from just about anything except for holy weapons. The only way you're actually able to kill a Ghost Rider is by unholy weaponry in general. So again, it's really it's really hard to kill a Ghost Rider, okay? That's what it really is. It's really hard to simply just kill a Ghost Rider just due to the sheer fact that these guys are just able to regenerate from everything. There's also the Penance Stare. Now, there's two things with the Penance Stare, right? Now, you have your regular version, which pretty much entails you inflicting the sins of your opponent right back onto you, right? But here's the thing. Johnny went further. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, something on my tongue. Nasty. So Johnny went further with this, and he actually made the Damnation Stare. So what is the Damnation Stare? This is basically the Penance Stare on steroids, okay? Basically like this plan, how this panel explains it, right? It basically decides whether or not you get to live in this world or not. And this works on demons, okay? This works on this will work on everybody. I don't even think it's gonna matter who you are. If it decides you're not worthy of living in this world, you're going back down to the underworld. So yeah, Ghost Rider also has pretty great resistance. He actually has magic resistance, and I definitely have to say he's immune to he has a side effect of absorption resistance. So here's the thing, right? So Rogue absorbs the Spirit of Vengeance. Rogue is a powerful absorber, able to drain the immortal Hulk of his power and actually able to hold on to it for a little bit, but again, it was eventually too much. Rogue immediately got a hold of a weakened Johnny Blaze, drained him of the Spirit of Vengeance, right? And she realized she couldn't handle it. She couldn't do a single thing. It was actually going to it was going to end her career. It really was. It was going to kill her. Simply because that power was too much. Even in a weakened state, that power was too much for her. So this means anyone that absorbs the full totality of Ghost Rider's powers, you can't take it. However, powerful magic users like Man-Thing is able to absorb and drain the Zarathos levels of power that Ghost Rider had, and he was in control of it. Ghost Rider also possesses weapons like chains, and he's able to use them very effectively, being able to use these, chains in order to, wrap around his opponents. Actually, he's able to fire them, enchanted with Hellfire. He's even been able to make it rain Hellfire. So, yeah, that's Ghost Rider. Illidan Stormage, right? The Betrayer. Illidan Stormage was one of two sons who were trained in high levels of magic here, okay? So, how powerful is Illidan Stormage? Well, in his base state, he was actually able to annihilate an entire horde set by the Lich King. This is a young Illidan, by the way, before he even got his power boost. The Lich King hordes have been known to invade and raid kingdoms, and has actually been able to match orc hordes before, which are absolutely ridiculous. They're able to lift islands together. So again, Illidan at base was already, before he even got powers, he was already magic level. However, when he got amped by Zargus, this is a permanent amp, by the way, this dude became a whole nother beast entirely. All right? Illidan possessed super strength, super speed, durability, regeneration, spiritual manipulation, soul manipulation, magical, he has magical powers and abilities. He has weapon creation, energy absorption, energy redirection, life and death manipulation, okay? He had all that. He had all of it. And you know what this man's did with it? He really went on a tirade. This dude destroyed a planet with his magic, and he can enchant his weapons with that magic as well. But let's get into that good scaling, though. This dude beat Sargus and was able to fight Xera. That's Xera, by the way, okay? He was able to fight against these guys, right? And let me tell y'all about Sargus, right? Sargus is above the Titans. He was actually able to slay the Titan Pantheon. Now, the Titans are very iffy on what you could consider them to be. They can actually be considered like primordial beings in a way, and that would make them, again, in the same sense as Kronos and Uranos. So this means that, the whole lore with Kronos and Uranos being able to create the, universe and actually stop chaos itself, which is in pretty much an embodiment, by the way. And then Kronos is just above Uranos. So it's kind of like that in a way. You could actually consider them that. But Sargus was able to not only kill them all, but these Titans are able to fight against Elder Gods. Now, we all know Elder God level beings are usually considered... They're usually considered multiversal. Let's be real here. They're usually considered that caliber. And they're also considered universal as well. So he was able to fight against void gods, which possess a realm of pretty much an infinite amount of nothing. So again, not only did Illidan kill the dude that was able to do this, he straight up bodied Gul'dan, who had his powers at the time. And he actually uses, here's the funny thing, he actually absorbs Gul'dan's magic. Gul'dan is a prominent soul manipulator and actually has the ability to help raise islands along with his orcs, right? And he was actually able to use this to destroy, he actually used it to destroy, Gul'dan. And then he absorbed and took his magic on top of it. So let's talk about that. Illidan possesses that much power. So he easily hits the universal to multiversal levels of caliber. Now you might say, okay, why didn't you say this when you had the MCU Hope video? Number one, I was still new to World of Warcraft, and I did not study as much as I was actually struggling to fight feats for Illidan. But here's the thing, right? If I actually gave World War Hulk universal level feats, it would not have mattered because he does not reach the same caliber as Illidan from World of Warcraft, okay? So you pretty much have the sheer fact that Illidan with Demon Blood actually has like regeneration. He can actually, even if you kill this man and destroy his body, he can come back. So this is why this is why Ghost Rider was a perfect opponent for him. Now the Doctor Strange one, that's gonna be hard. I'm just letting y'all know. He also possesses spiritual. He also possesses like durability bypass, able to actually kill spirits of the like, he's able to kill like embodiment and spirits as well. So he's able to defeat these guys very casually and very easily. And he also has, like I said earlier, weapons manipulation, spatial manipulation, reality warping. He has high levels of magic. He's able to absorb the energy and redirect it. Excuse me. All that good jazz. Okay? And it's very possible he also has Hellfire manipulation as well, due to the sheer fact he was able to beat Sargus and does have Sargus's power as well. So even if you want to scale him to Sargus, which would be kind of inaccurate because he actually beat Sargus, you could actually say he would have the same powers in a way as Sargus. So again, it's really good to say here that Illidan Stormage has a very good shot, in my opinion, against the Spirit of Vengeance. But let's begin here. Let's really talk about who I think would win more often than not. Now, in terms of a death battle, there's no point. There would be no point of a death battle. How do you beat somebody that can constantly regenerate? You would have to be... Basically, that would have to come down to whoever gets the first death blow. Whoever gets that first death blow is honestly going to be the one that wins it. But again, he just comes back. What's the point? Kind of makes Hulk versus Broly look even worse when Death Battle did it. Jesus Christ. But anyway, I do think Illidan can absorb some of Ghost Rider's power. I do think he'll do it just to kind of get a feel for it, maybe. Or maybe he'll just do it to kind of like amplify himself as well. And once he actually is able to get a good amplification from Ghost Rider's powers, I don't think he'll absorb all of it. Because again, the Spirit of Vengeance kind of wouldn't allow that. Plus, he doesn't have direct contact absorption like Rogue does. However, he could do it. It's a very risky opportunity, and I don't think he would do it in the middle of a fight. Okay? So, with that being said, and with that prospect being, offered here, I do think that durability-wise, these two are equal. Strength-wise, I do say Ghost Rider takes the edge. Speed-wise, Illidan takes the edge here. And I do believe that when it comes down to it, I want to say Ghost Rider wins here, but Illidan actually has I think if it comes down to a knockout fight, I do think Illidan wins here because he's just a much more skilled and much more powerful magic practitioner than, Ghost Rider is. He has like that near, if not kind of on par with Doctor Strange's levels of magic here. So in all honesty, I just think that I kind of favor Illidan a little bit here. But it's a very, very high diff battle here. Ghost Rider's not going out without a fight. And I do think Ghost Rider could take it 5 times out of 10. But if I had to award the first win, at least the first one, I do think Illidan, just because he's a much more skilled magic practitioner than Ghost Rider. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I'll see you guys later.